The following podcast, set for one fall, is a tag team match. Introducing the Blind Tag. Hello, we are the aforementioned Blind Tag. I am David.
I am Mod.
And we are here for WWE Fastlane 2023, which is this Saturday, October 7th, 2023. Bob, there's not a lot to talk about for this pay-per-view. We were just talking about that off the camera. There are five whole matches.
Yeah. I will say it's shaping up to be a better card than last month.
So I'm hoping with the less matches, it means more matches have more time. Which is what I was hoping for last pay-per-view as well. Or sorry, premium
live event. You beat me in the predictions last month.
I did. That was the thing that happened.
I am keeping score. I was 4 for 6. You were 5 for 6.
Just quickly, because I know we missed it. Because they kind of had like a weird weekend kind of thing where like No Mercy was last weekend, and Fastlane's this weekend. I know you haven't seen it, but I did watch No Mercy. So Braun Breaker versus Baron Corbin was all right. It was nothing special. Trick Williams versus Dirty Dom was actually really good. They had Trick win the title, which I liked, and then they had him lose it on NXT this week, which made no sense. They had a fatal 4-way tag match, which was the family, which is Tony D'Angelo and Stax versus the Creed brothers. Angelo Garza and Humberto Carrillo, which they have a name now. I just don't remember what it is. And OTM, which are a newer tag team. It was actually a pretty decent match. Tony and Stax retained their titles. You had Noam Da defend his the Heritage Cup against Butch, which was so good. Imagine Noam Dar and Pete Dunne being really good at the wrestling.
Yeah, that's true. Was the tag team name you're talking about Los Lotharios?
Los Lotharios, that's the name.
That would be the one.
Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes obviously killed it.
I need to go back and watch that match. I love
they have really good chemistry together, like stupid good chemistry together. Not as good as Dragunov and Gunther do, but they still have really good chemistry.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then Becky and Tiffany Stratton had match of the fucking night. Like, Becky, stop having match of the night. Like, just we love you. We get it. You're fucking good.
Would you say she's going to be the Blind Tag Wrestler of the Year? Because we're going to have to do it end of year awards.
Oh, we're going to have to. So far, between the Trish match and the Tiffany match, she's shaping up to be my Wrestler of the Year. And that's only 2 matches. That's not even counting like half the stuff she's done this year.
Oh, and it was an Extreme Rules match.
Yeah, no, it did 2 things, which is number 1, it put on a really good match, and number 2, it really brought a different side of Tiffany, which I think she really, really needed to like elevate her character, to prove that she can, like, as much as she can be a heel, she can also like do the hardcore matches.
Yeah.
So I think she really needed that, and Becky got like a sick laceration on her arm that prevented her from competing this week on Raw. Okay. So that was interesting.
I will note you forgot the most important match of No Mercy, which was Kalani Jordan versus Blair Davenport on the kickoff show.
I didn't bother mentioning it for that simple fact that it was on the kickoff show.
I know. I'm going to mention Blair Davenport whenever I can because she's great.
She is great. I hope she's part
of the greatest power couple in wrestling.
I hope they do something with her. That's all I have to say. But yeah, we got a very short 5-match card. This week, or I get this month, I should say.
Yeah.
Do you want to start off reading what it is, and then we'll kind of go over?
Sure.
We're gonna do the same thing we always do, which is we'll go over the match. We'll predict our winners, obviously, and then we'll give her a hype on a scale of 1 to 10.
So I think I've got it in the same order on mine that CBS did. That's where I always.
Yeah, that's where I'm looking to. I'm looking at CBS.
I've got John Cena versus LA Knight. Yeah.
Oh, that's the main event. I started at the bottom. The LWO match.
Hold on. That match is main eventing?
Yeah.
I've got feelings about that. Okay, but yeah, we'll start from the bottom. The LWO versus Lashley and the Street Profits.
Yes, that's one.
I like 6-man tags when they're done
Mhm.
well. We don't officially know who the LWO's 3 are. There's like 2 different combinations they could do, 2 or 3 different combinations, right?
Yeah, so it's gonna be Ray and Santos 100%, and then it's either Joaquin Wild or Cruz del Toro. They haven't picked their sixth member yet,
Okay.
or their third
Their
member, I
third
should say.
member.
Yeah,
They haven't picked who's taking the pinfall because they're gonna lose.
yeah, pretty much.
I gotta say, I'm really excited about Lashley and the Profits. I just learned about it today because, as anybody who watches this knows, I don't watch the weekly product. I don't have time, nor do I care about watching 8 hours of WWE every week. I pretty much only watch the PLEs. If there's a good segment that I hear about, I'll go watch that. Um, Now, am I correct in assuming that MVP is not with Lashley currently?
No, so
So
MVP
this
is
is
still with.
not the Hurt Business,
This is not the Hurt Business 2.0.
but it should be.
It should be. Um, Calling Cedric Alexander. What are you up to?
Yeah, yeah. MVP and Cedric, come along. Let's make a power faction, and
Yeah,
it'll
I
be
don't know.
really good.
I like it because like I really do think the Street Profits have needed a change of character for a really long time. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. Like they've always been over with the crowd since they've been called up, but like they kind of feel like they've been stuck at a standstill for a really long time.
Which is a shame.
Which is a shame. So like I'm really hoping this like new heelish attitude will finally give them back in the tag title picture, which I feel like they need to be in.
Yep, I
It
agree.
just sucks that the Judgment Day is the tag team champions because they're also heels. So it's like,
Yeah,
that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Um, but yeah, so basically, I have they don't even have a name. This the Bobby Lashley faction yet. Um, we could call them the Almighties. No, that's terrible.
no, that would be horrible. Well,
um,
there's 3 of them, and with Lashley's sister, we could call them the Love Triangle.
that's funny.
That was even worse.
Um, I do have them winning.
Yeah,
They are
I've got Lashley stomping whatever the other member of the LWO is gonna do.
yeah, like that's why you have them there. Is like you don't want Ray to take the pinfall, you don't want Santos to take the pinfall. So you have Joaquin Wild or Cruz del Toro take the pinfall, which is
How,
sad.
however, if you really want to put over that they're heels, have Lashley pin Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, you could do that. Which is like weird because like at first it seemed like they were a babyface faction, and then like last the last couple weeks is kind of where it started to turn.
Lashley needs to
Um,
be a heel. He's good at it.
oh, he's very good at it.
He's too muscular and too pretty to be a babyface. Unless they're going to give him what he pitched a couple of years ago and let him get fat and do Fat Bobby.
That's funny.
Because he pitched that idea to Vince, and Vince said, "No, you got to be big and muscular." But yeah,
Um,
he pitched like this mental health storyline where he kept losing and got depressed and kind of let his physique go, and he got pudgy and was going to go
okay.
babyface with it, and that would have been awesome. And Vince said, "No, muscles, sweat."
Big Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men.
Yeah, Vince said no, but I think that would have been cool. But yeah,
That
Lashley's
would
a
have been
really good
cool.
heel.
Yeah. I mean, 1 to 5. Yeah, I'm in the middle. I'm like a 5. I'm sure it will be a good match. I don't really care one way or the other.
Yeah, I'm like a 6 out of 10, 6.5 maybe. Bobby Lashley's good
Um,
at. I like watching Bobby Lashley wrestle.
oh no, like I said, it will be a good match because the people in the match will make it a good match. It's kind of a nothing match for me.
Yeah,
Um, I don't understand exactly what they're doing with like the LWO at this point because I
Sa-
was
the
so
same thing they did with oh, what were they fucking Lucha House Party?
yeah. So like they had the Rey Mysterio versus Santos match on SmackDown, which was a good match. But then they didn't have Santos win, and I thought that was really confusing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like that could have been like a perfect opportunity for like a passing of the torch moment of Santos beats Rey for the US title, but instead they just had Rey retain, and I'm like, okay, interesting.
Yep,
So overall,
yeah,
again,
it'll be a solid opener.
it will be a solid opener. Um, My only hope is that eventually, whenever she comes back, if they want to add a female member to that group, just put Bianca in there. She's married to Montez, and she
Yeah,
needs a heel turn.
yeah. Whether or not that would be good for her character though, because I guess like if they're gonna do a hold all the belts type thing,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll see.
Next we have the undisputed tag team championship match of Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. This is just something to hold Cody over.
Yeah,
Um,
that's kind of
he
what they do.
he's not winning the tag belts. I don't think it'd be kind of random for him and Jay to win the belts. I feel like Jay's there to take the pinfall, which I hate to say, but they're not. They don't like having Cody lose.
Give it to Cody. Let him face more adversity. I know
Yeah,
that
I
joke's. I know that
guess.
joke's. I know that joke's played out.
Um,
Have they confirmed this is the match order for the show?
I I don't know.
Okay.
This is just the order I'm seeing on CBS. So I'm kind of just
Okay.
going with it.
Because my thoughts on this match are gonna differ based on when it happens.
I mean, I don't see it being any higher up the card than like here.
Yeah.
Um, I see no reason for it to be higher up the card. I understand it's Cody Rhodes, but like, I mean, you've also got the women's title and the heavyweight title on this night, so I don't see a reason really why this needs to be any further up than then. Oh, also we have another card that Rhea's not on.
Yeah. I'm so
Just
grumpy.
I know
But
she
the
was just on like a vacation, but like
but they'll
seriously,
but they'll still make her spend the entire day doing fucking media,
yeah.
dressed up in her gear all day outside, and still not even get to fucking wrestle on the show. Why do they hate Rhea Ripley? And you know they're just
Um,
gonna have her lose to Jade Cargill.
I don't know about that. Um, I don't think they're gonna do that immediately. I don't see. See, here's the thing. I feel like I understand she's a big name. I understand like me and you know who she is, but not the casual WWE fans
The
gonna know
casuals
who.
aren't gonna know who she is.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to really build her up first before you just immediately throw her against Rhea.
She could be the female in the new Hurt Business.
The only problem with that is they're on SmackDown.
Man, who cares about the fucking brand split? She could be a free agent.
Eh.
She's a big name. She's a prize fighter. Like
um.
I hated Jade Cargill in AEW. I thought her character was boring.
Mhm,
I really hated it, and like all she really did was squash people for the most part.
mhm.
However, I understand she's a big name. This is a big get for them. Um, but my love of Rhea aside, if she comes in and immediately challenges for that belt, it's gonna be bad. I think putting her in a faction with like Bobby and the Street Profits would be a good idea. However,
So
like you said, they've already put them on different shows.
yeah. They pretty much confirmed that she's going to be on Raw. So I think the plan will be to eventually she'll be the one to take down Rhea, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon because like I said, I think they need to build her up first so that every like WWE fans know. And I say this with love to her is that anytime I was watching her on AEW, she always felt like a WWE wrestler, if that makes sense.
Yeah, big
Um,
time.
So like I really think WWE will be able like to make her have her full potential if they use her right, which it seems like they're gonna.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
I agree.
but I've got the Judgment Day winning this match and retaining their belts.
So here's why my thoughts kind of
Okay.
differ. So,
Here we go.
so I'm not
Yeah.
saying I think this match is going to be high up on the card. What
Mhm.
I'm saying is, if WWE decide to, and this is looking ahead a bit, say they decide to make Seth Shinsuke go on first,
I doubt that,
I
but
think
continue.
this is. I know I'm sounding like a broken record. I think this is the night we get a cash in.
But like, here's the thing: do you need that match to go on first in order for him to cash in?
Well, no, but if that match happens before the tag team match, a the Judgment Day will be a lot different because it'll have happened after Damian Priest became heavyweight champion. if he
Yeah,
goes into that, like if they go into that match with, because it's Balor and Damian, right? As
yeah,
a
it's
tag
Balor and
team,
Damian.
obviously it's
Yeah.
so like if they go into that match with him having just cashed in and won the belt, that could cause a lot of conflict between the two of them. However, I think the easy thing, have Seth Nakamura go on last as it should, even though it's not gonna. Have it go on later. I still think we get a cash in though.
Well,
Um,
here's the thing: is if we go that route, then the Judgment Day probably lose the titles here because I don't know if they
yeah,
have them hold
that's
the
why
tag titles and the world title.
that's why the placement has me thinking Cody and Jay might win this match.
Okay, I
If
like.
if
Yeah.
if Seth Nakamura goes on before this match, I think Cody and Jay are winning. If not,
But
then I
no, no.
think we should.
Here's my thought. Here's my thought, and I understand what you're saying, but I don't think he goes into this match as world champion. I'm saying they have like a miscommunication during the match, costing them the titles, and then later on, when Seth and Nizuke are a thing, are having their match, and the winner of that match, then Damian can cash in. So
That
he
makes
still
more
has a title.
sense.
He has a title at the end of the night, and Finn doesn't.
And Finn doesn't. That makes more sense, and that's what I want to go with. That was my idea, guys. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first. It was just David cleaning it up a little bit. He was tidying it up a
Yeah,
bit.
I was just trying to help. I'm gonna
I
stick
gave
with
I
what
gave
I.
him the rough draft, and he's like, "Let me edit it
Yeah,
down for you, buddy.
hold on. Let me edit that for you.
Let me
So
fix that."
I'll stick to what I said, but that's what you're saying. You're saying Cody and Jay win this match, and
Yes, I am. I'm going to change my prediction from depending on placement and just go Cody J.
okay, copy. I'm sticking with the Judgment Day.
I think it's a
Um,
stupid pairing, by the way.
yeah. So yeah, that hype 1 out of 5 put me at like a 6.
It's I'm well. You this is two in a row. You said 1 out of 5, and then said 5 and 6. What you meant was 1 out of 10, right?
That's what I meant. I don't
Uh,
know.
but I say, man, you're really hyped to see Bobby Lashley, huh?
Yeah, no, 1 out of
Uh,
10.
no, it's like a 7 for me because I like watching Finn Balor. Finn Balor's my guy, and Cody Rhodes is also really good. All four of these guys are really good at the wrestling.
Oh yeah. Um, Next we have the WWE Women's Championship, triple threat of Io Sky versus Asuka versus Charlotte. I like 2/3 of this match.
Oh, I
Um,
read it. I read it wrong. I didn't realize it was a triple threat.
Yeah, it's a triple threat. So yeah, as I just said, I like 2/3 of this match. If that last part of that match
What
could
do you
just
have
go,
against Io Sky? Why do you hate Io Sky so much, David?
she's just my least favorite wrestler. No, what? Charlotte, go away. Just go away. Don't come back.
It's gonna be a good match. This match is gonna be
Io
so
versus
good.
Asuka on SmackDown was everything I fucking wanted. It was everything I wanted. It was so good. The ending of the match was a little clunky.
Yeah,
If they just let them have, like, I know they could do, like, the thing is, it scares me. They can do better than what they did.
yeah,
I know
obviously.
that they can. And it's like, if you just let them have a pay per view match together, they could fucking cook.
Mm-hmm.
What scares me is that last name in the match because anytime she's in a title match, I shudder.
Yeah, that's true. Uh,
I, I just,
mm.
I don't even know. Because I want Io to retain the title, but I just see Charlotte and I'm just like, well, she's going to win the title somehow. I don't know how, but she'll win because she's Charlotte. Lol.
Charlotte wins. Lol. I'm correct in reading right that this is Bailey's fault. Yes.
Yes. So basically, Bailey agreed to this match without really consulting with Io.
Yeah. She's like, fine, y'all
Uh,
can both have her. She can beat both of you at the same time.
yeah, pretty much. And apparently, Asuka's back to being a face now, just because I don't
Oh,
know.
that means first off, that's a bad call. Second of all, that means she's definitely taking the pin here.
Yeah.
What did Asuka do to WWE for them to hate her so much?
The thing is, like, it's weird because she's had a lot of success in WWE. If you think about it, title wise,
Yeah, she's just her character is not booked very well.
no, her character's not booked very well. Number one, and her title reigns are never very long.
Oh, thanks, Charlotte. It's not always
Yeah,
Charlotte.
it's not always Charlotte, but like, here's the thing, and I know I'm giving Charlotte a lot of shit. I think she's really good at the wrestling. I would just like her to stay away from the title picture for at least a little bit.
The
Like,
problem with that, though, she's very good at the wrestling. She's a very good heel, and she makes everyone better she
yeah,
works with.
yeah. No,
So
and
like I don't.
the other thing is she's technically not a heel right now. I know you're saying that she is, but she's technically not. Um,
So this match is Io Sky's a heel then, right?
it's
Because
two faces versus a heel.
damage CTRL or whatever the fuck, damage controller
Damage
heels,
control. Yeah.
but nobody wants Io to lose.
Part of me, and I think it's too soon. Here's what I want to happen is the damage control being Bailey and Dakota get kicked out of the ringside for whatever. Even though it's a no disqualification match, I don't fucking care. Let me cook.
Yeah, gotcha.
They get banned from ringside beforehand by Adam Pearce or whatever, just so they can't interfere. And it looks like Io's going to lose, and then Kyrie comes out and helps her.
Oh,
Because I know they're really good friends in real life, and I really just want them to be friends on the screen.
well, like here because this will lend some credence to that. So I've got to imagine Io's not very happy with Bailey right now.
Oh god,
She's
no.
like, Bailey, what the fuck are you doing?
Except in
Like,
Japanese.
except in Japanese. What the fuck are you doing? But um, so this could be Io going face and going away from the other two, who are obviously better heels than Io. I think Io is just way too likable.
She is way too likable. She's so
Well,
goddamn
granted,
adorable.
so was Bailey. Bailey was a great face. It's not fair that she's so good at being a heel.
So I think here's the thing. I think the hugger persona only had like a certain like shelf range. It could
Oh
have only
yeah,
gone so far. So it was smart of her to ditch that. I think she can go back to being a face without having to be that Bailey.
yeah. I agree. But you
Um,
have Io go face and go away and say, you know what? I don't even want you guys here. You're the one that put me in this bad situation, so you just go away. Then yeah, have Charlotte and Asuka be wearing her down. It looks like she's going to lose, and then have the Pirate Princess come back, and then you could do Io and Kyrie versus Bailey and Dakota,
yeah, that's the thing.
and have Asuka win this belt, and have
But
Asuka
that
win the
that is
belt
that
back.
is that is that is fantasy booking. I think that Kyrie still has a couple more days in Japan before she's allowed to come back to WWE. I know she has signed. Like I know officially she
Yeah.
is coming back to WWE. I just don't know when. Um, if we're talking realistic, I'm gonna I'm gonna go with my head instead of my heart and say that Charlotte's going to win and she's probably gonna beat Asuka.
Okay.
Um, Either that or I see her beating Io with it being Bailey's fault.
Yeah, that would be
Those are my two thoughts. So I'm having Charlotte win this match. I really don't know who I want to have. I'm going to go with the latter and say that Charlotte pins Io because something Bailey did on the outside. That's my final decision. It makes me
okay.
sad.
I am gonna go with Io Sky to retain. I am booking with my heart. As much as I think Charlotte's obviously gonna break the title record. Like
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna hold the belt a ton more times, as she probably should. She's really good at it. I don't know. I want Io to hold the belt a little bit longer.
I mean, I do too, but like I said, anytime I see Charlotte's name, I just get scared.
Yeah, maybe like yeah, because I don't think Kyrie's popping up here. Maybe Charlotte
No.
and Asuka just get in each other's way too much, and Io manages to steal it. Because if they're trying to portray them as heels,
Okay. Fair
keep
enough.
playing the heel up. Have Bailey and Dakota get involved, even the odds up. Have Charlotte and Asuka get in each other's way. Um, maybe have Charlotte go to hit Io and punch Asuka in the face, and Io roll her up or something like that.
Well,
So yeah,
I just got to ask for the full points. Who do you have Io pinning?
Charlotte.
Okay.
I'm going all in.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, I think that personally does a lot for her.
you've got Charlotte over who?
I've got Charlotte over Io because of Bailey.
Oh, man. David, blink twice if you're being held hostage. You're picking Charlotte to pin Io Sky.
I'm blinking. I'm blinking.
I can't believe you're saying that.
I know it hurts me to say it. It hurts me to say it. Again, I'm only picking it for two reasons. Number one, they love putting the belt on Charlotte, and number two,
Dude,
I think they're trying to tear apart damage control, and I think this would be a great way to do it.
I don't disagree with you.
Um, so that's why I went with what I said, which is that she only loses because something Bailey does.
Yep, and I would be okay with that.
So, all right, cool. Do you want to tell us what the next match is, my friend?
Seth freaking Rollins versus the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, in a last man standing match
For the World Heavyweight Championship.
for the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, this is going to be a good wrestle. It's going to be a really good wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've been saying it for months that it's time for the cash in. A last man standing match makes a lot of sense for a cash in.
It really does.
Couple of stomps, couple of Kinshasas, both Seth probably selling a knee injury. That's what he does.
He really
Both
likes to do that.
He loves selling a fucking leg.
Well, actually, no. Because I'm going to disagree with you slightly, only because the story between these
it's a back injury.
It's back.
Injury.
Yeah.
He's on the back. They're both kind of laying there. And like ref gets to 5-6 with both of them on the ground, and here comes little Damien. Cashes in. Here comes little Damien.
Little 12-year-old Damien.
Little 12-year-old.
He went back in time, found himself as a kid, and was like, "Here, you can go cash in."
Little Damien with his lunchbox comes down, and cashes in on.
That's interesting because I don't know if anyone's ever cashed in on a last man standing match. Like, how does that even work? Does it just then become like a straight up like I pin them to win the championship, or do you have to then make them down for a 10 count?
Well, see, in my notes, I actually had Seth winning, and then the cash in happens.
Okay.
I kind of told it wrong. It would be one of them barely managing to get up. Probably.
Gotcha. Probably.
Because I think it will be a bastard move to have Nakamura win it and then immediately take it from him.
I could
not
see
that they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I could see them doing something like that. I totally could.
However, yeah, like if he cashed in during the match, does it become a last man standing triple threat?
How does that even work? I don't think there's ever been a triple threat last man standing match.
I don't know, an eliminator maybe. Like both of them have to be out for 10 seconds.
But no, God, that would take. So last man standing matches take forever as is.
Yeah, no, I think you have to wait for it to be over.
Okay.
Although, like you could, because last man standing matches are no DQ, so you have them give Seth and Shinsuke 20 minutes, so just beat the crap out of each other, then just have the entire Judgment Day come out and beat the shit out of both of them. Let them both be down until 9. And hell, you could even have it be a no contest. Have it where neither one of them answers a count of 10. It's like, all right, here's my lunchbox. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, interesting.
I think that makes the most sense.
So your decision is no contest, cash in.
Oh, it's either that or a Shinsuke win, then a cash in. But no, I'm gonna go no contest and then a cash in.
Okay. I'm as much as I want to point out, WWE's done a lot better job with Shinsuke as a heel this time around.
Yeah.
When
he's not just hitting people in the penis.
He's not just hitting people in the penis. Weird. The only issue I really have with him as a heel is like he doesn't need to speak Japanese in his promos. WWE. I know it's his native language, and I know he's usually better at cutting promos in his native language, but we've all heard him speak English. I understand what he says when he speaks English.
Yeah, same.
But, I don't think like being a foreigner is part of his heel gimmick. It's just hey, I'm better at speaking my native tongue than I am at speaking English, so that's why I'm doing promos in them. That's my only issue. But anyways, I want to emphasis this with I have no problem with him speaking his native tongue. It's just the fact that I have to read subtitles and I have a slight learning disability, so sometimes it's hard for me to keep up with the subtitles. For anyone that's listening,
Yeah, that's
that's
fair.
why. Um so but the whole thing about this rivalry has been about Seth never giving up and all that other stuff. So I could easily see Seth winning this match. I could also I also see a world in which Seth loses because he needs to go away and have his back surgery done.
Yeah.
It's like, Seth, buddy, you've done a really good job. Maybe it's time to take a break and go get the surgery that you desperately need so that way
Yeah.
you're not killing yourself.
He's been quite literally
Please.
carrying that division. That's what Seth does.
Um, as much as I would love to say Shinsuke with the title, he did the thing on Raw where he raised the title before the pay-per-view, which is
Oh,
always a
so he's
bad thing.
definitely losing. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
he's
do
definitely
that.
losing. You're not allowed, you're not supposed to touch the title. Um, all right, final verdict is I'm gonna go Seth wins, but barely. And
Then has
I'm
to
actually gonna
vacate.
hmm? No,
Then has
no,
to
no, no,
vacate maybe,
nope. I'm also gonna steal a little bit of you and say then Damien cashes in after the match.
which is funny
So
because that was what my original note was that
yeah,
I
yeah,
had Seth
yes.
winning and then the
So
cash in.
yeah, so I'm not having it in a no contest. I'm having Seth retains and then Damien cashes in. Although I did pick Judgment Day to retain the tag titles. Oops.
Oops. Whereas what your logic there flipped me. You're like, nope, I'm just going to fully commit to Cody and Jay winning it.
Yeah.
I will
Um.
say I'm happy this month because we differ on 3 out of the 4 matches so far.
Yay, we're not just picking the same stuff.
Can't believe you picked Charlotte, David. I'm so
Oh,
disappointed in
we
you.
didn't do the we didn't do the hype for the women's match. My hype if Io wins, 10 out of 10. My hype if Charlotte wins, 0 out of 10.
Um, my hype for the match overall is probably like an 8. This match is gonna
Yeah,
fuck hard.
it's three people who are really good at the wrestling. Realistically, it's probably like I'd say a strong 7.5.
It's probably gonna be match of the night.
Yeah.
In fact,
Um,
I'm predicting it to be my match of the night.
I'm going to predict the Last Man Standing is going to be my match of the night. I know a lot of people have issues with Last Man Standing matches where like they take forever and things like that, but I don't think this is going to be the Randy Orton Edge match that went on way too long at WrestleMania.
That was
Um,
the greatest match of all time, David.
no, that was a different pay per view.
Oh no, that was a different pay-per-view where they did
Yeah,
the very first one. Okay.
no.
No, that last man standing took so fucking long.
It went like 40 minutes over where it really should have.
Yeah, man, it was
Um,
bad.
but yeah, so overall hype for the Last Man Standing match. I mean, it's Seth and Shinsuke. They're gonna have good wrestling. I'm gonna put it at like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, you almost said 8 out of 5.
I almost said 8 out of 5.
I heard that. My hype for it with no cash in is like a 7.
Okay,
With a cash in would be like a 9.
copy.
Uh, yeah.
Then we have
Oh,
the quote unquote main event, which
bullshit.
is John Cena and LA Knight, yeah,
Yeah.
versus the Bloodline, which is Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. Why did you go back, Jimmy? You had such a good
That,
reason for what
my
you did to your brother, and
my
then you fucking
question
just went
was
back
when did he go back? When the fuck did that happen?
like a week later.
Fucking why, Jimmy? What the
So here,
fuck?
legitimately, here's what happened: was they had the thing where Jay quit, he
Right.
was gone, and
Fuck
next
you.
week
Fuck
on,
Roman. Fuck Solo. Fuck this. I'm out. Yeah, that.
yeah, pretty much. So before Jay even came back to Raw, they had a thing where like it was Jimmy and he was like talking about how he did what he did because he loved his brother, and Solo's like, "Hey, you're only out of the bloodline when we say you're out of the bloodline." He's like, "Nah, I'm good." And then Solo had a match with AJ later that night, and Jimmy ended up costing AJ the match and then rejoined the bloodline. I'm like, fucking why? What
Yeah, that.
was the point of that? It's so dumb.
Yeah, I don't like. I would.
It
I have
makes,
just. Mm,
I mean, to be fair, in the time that Jimmy's been back with the bloodline, Roman Reigns has not been on television. So I don't know if this is all a ploy on his end to try to get like on Roman's good side to see if he can get himself a match with Roman, or it's literally they just
or
don't know what to do with Jimmy Uso.
try to stay close to Solo. That way you can convince Solo to leave too.
I guess.
It's like, hey man, Roman's toxic. Look what he did to me and Jay. You should come with me.
If you want to
Yeah,
live.
come with me if you want to live. Yeah, I don't. Unless he's doing a double agent thing, which would be awesome. And I will say every time they've done something questionable with the bloodline, and people said, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing? How dare you?" It's wound up still turning out pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you having Sami Zayn get involved with the bloodline? It was excellent. Why are you having Roman beat Cody at WrestleMania? Turned out just fine. Now it is dragging, but you got to do new stuff, I guess. Like I said, the only way I think this turns out well is if he winds up again doing the whole double agent thing and trying to get Solo Sikoa to leave Roman. And
Yeah.
if that winds up happening, A+
I
for
just
me.
for me, for everything that Jimmy went to, it made no sense for him to go back to Roman. It just didn't. So that's why I'm just disappointed. As far as the match, Cena and LA Knight probably win just to send the crowd home happy. And because LA Knight's like one of the biggest stars they have going right now.
Yeah, he is.
Um, does this set up LA Knight versus Roman? Probably not.
No, absolutely not.
I honestly,
Nor
I
should it.
honestly, what I think is going to happen is Crown Jewel is probably going to be because I know Roman's coming back for Crown Jewel because he's got to get the Saudi money.
Yeah,
It's probably going to be Roman versus AJ because it looked like that's what they were building to before AJ got written off television.
right.
Um, so I could see them having that match at Crown Jewel, which I'm not mad at Roman Reigns versus AJ fucking Styles. Come on.
Or Crown Jewel is about the Saudis throwing money around. Maybe
Mm.
this sets up Cena versus Roman.
Yeah, I mean they've already done that. I don't think have they done AJ versus Roman yet? I think they have. I think it's been a while.
So, wow.
I mean, I don't mean have we had this Roman versus AJ before because I'm sure we have.
You
I
meant
meant,
during the bloodline.
yeah, during the Bloodline stuff,
Um,
which I don't know
Extreme Rules 2016.
because
Payback 2016.
I also just like Allen being in the title picture because he deserves it because he's
Oh
amazing.
yeah, AJ Styles is fucking excellent. Did they fight in 2022? Yes, he did
Okay, so we have done it
at the
before.
WWE Super Show in September. Oh,
I
that was
think.
the one in Australia, right?
Oh, okay. Run it
I think,
back.
I think that was the Super Show.
I don't remember.
Yeah, who don't
Been
know,
it's been too
but
long.
it has. But they have wrestled for that title during this. Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
be upset about them doing it. However, if they do it in fucking Saudi Arabia, AJ Styles isn't winning it.
No, 100%. Nor did I expect him to do even if they didn't do it in Saudi Arabia.
No. So I don't know. Do the fucking Roman Reigns versus Cena match. You know Saudi Arabia will pay to get John Cena, and Cena will
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, I know.
I think I'd rather see that, honestly,
Okay.
because with the writing strike still going on, John Cena doesn't have much else to do,
No.
so he's kind of around wrestling right now. Go ahead and do that match because it'll be the last chance you ever get to do it before Cena officially retires.
Yeah, that's true.
Where you could make it make sense. They're kind of going to be in the same vicinity with the bloodline stuff. So yeah, fuck it. Do that at Super Showdown. Nobody else cares.
Um,
Don't waste Allen. You already had a legend. Like you already ruined AJ Styles at one of the Saudi shows before with the Undertaker bullshit.
I remember that.
I don't want to.
It was
But yeah,
it was kind of funny.
in the same way that Jinder Mahal winning the WWE Championship was kind of funny.
That was kind of funny.
David, no, it wasn't.
It, it really was though.
But yeah, that's where I'm thinking for this match. I'm thinking Cena might win it, and yeah, fuck it, let's set up John Cena versus Roman Reigns.
Okay. So who do you have winning this match? John Cena?
Yeah, have Cena pin Solo.
Okay. Um Hype for this match.
5.
Yeah, honestly,
I just don't care.
I same, literally same.
Yeah, like it'll be fine. I don't feel like LA Knight's built for tag team wrestling. Jimmy Uso
Um,
is when he's
well,
tagging with his brother.
yes.
This
Yeah. So,
feels like one of those random matches that happens in 2K when you randomly simulate. It's like, why is John Cena and LA Knight tagging together?
when
What's
you just
going on
when
with
you put
that?
it when you put it on like you put it on auto GM.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what's going on?
yeah.
What's going on with that? Interesting, neat.
I was like, I know why they're doing it, which is like, Cena's been having issues with Solo and Jimmy, and he needed a partner, and it was going to be AJ, and then AJ got written off, and then
Yep.
obviously LA Knight came in to save the day. Um, so because he's respects Cena or something like that. I don't remember. I don't know.
I don't
There's
care.
no other reason other than he's LA Knight, and
Yeah,
he's one of the most popular stars you have on the roster right now.
which is the only reason this match made events,
Yeah.
not because of
So
Cena.
that's pretty much it for Fastlane. There are no speculated matches or anything
No.
like that.
You've got Cena Knight, correct?
I've got Cena Knight.
Also,
Um, that's about all we got to talk about.
yeah, it's
Um,
not very much going on with this show. This is 2 pay-per-views in a row with only 5 matches announced.
yeah. So I think the next one after this is the Saudi show,
Um,
Crown Jewel.
let's see. I'm looking it up.
I know it's not Survivor Series because Survivor Series is not until November. I think Crown Jewel's at the end of October.
November 4th.
Okay, so it's at the beginning of November, and then Survivor Series is at the end of November.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I will not be watching Crown Jewel.
I won't either.
Yeah, I do not want to do a podcast about it. I won't be watching it.
Okay, fair enough. Then the next time we will talk to you guys is during Survivor Series.
Well, we got CM Punk making his return to WWE.
Oh God,
It's in Chicago.
I don't want to talk about it on the podcast, but no thanks. I have thoughts, but not here.
Buddy. Oh,
not
buddy.
now.
So
Yeah, but thanks guys again. I know this one was a little shorter. Maybe that makes it more watchable or more listenable. I don't know. Is that a word? Anyways,
listenable? Yeah, sure.
thank you guys as always for joining, and don't forget to tag yourself in.